Hey guys, welcome to video 4. We've got a great plan for you today. My name is Andrew, we've got a new face over here.
And I'm Nathan, nice to meet you all.
He's going to be demonstrating for us today. And as always, there's a safety announcement that you should read before you participate in this video. Alright, today guys, we're going to be using a few pieces of equipment. We're going to be using skipping ropes, but if you don't have a skipping rope at home, you can also use an ordinary rope. We're also going to be using hula hoops. Preferably if you have 2, that would be great. But again, we have other options for you if you don't have those things at home. And finally, some soft toys again, so our favorite thing to use. If you have 5 or so lying around, great. But if you only have 1, we can make that work as well. So let's get started. Alright guys, we're ready to get started with the warm-up now. So we're going to be using our skipping ropes and hula hoops, but unfortunately Nathan doesn't have a hula hoop. So instead of hula hooping, he's going to be doing the invisible hula hoop dance. Please show them. Yeah, just like that. Okay, so what we're going to do, 20-second skipping, 20-second hula hooping, 20-second skipping, repeat, and we're going to change it up a bit. So make sure you're watching and following us. Alright, are you ready to get started guys? Get your skipping ropes, and we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, so just normal skipping, pencil jumps, nice and high. I'm going to do it for 20 seconds. How you going, Nathan?
Oh mate, really good.
That's good.
I've been in isolation for too long.
Yeah. Alright, 5 more seconds, and we're going to be hula hooping. 3, 2, 1, alright. Skipping rope from the ground, pick up your hula hoops, let's go. Remember, if you don't have a hula hoop, do a hula hoop dance. And hopefully you guys are better at the hula hoop than me, but we're going to keep doing this for 20 seconds.
Andrew, I'm still going. What are you doing, mate?
Oh, mate.
Come on.
Too good at this.
I'm too good.
Alright, there we go. 5 more seconds. 5,
Need some practice.
4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, let's get the skipping ropes up again. This time we're going to be doing tuck jumps, okay? Tuck jumps. Let's go. Thank you, Nathan. Tuck jumps nice and high. Reaching those knees up to your chest. Alright, 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 1. Skipping ropes down, back to the hula hoops. Come on guys, let's go.
I'm going to go the opposite way this time, Andrew.
Good idea, Nathan.
Oh.
Yeah, and if it falls, that's okay. Pick it up, keep going.
You know what, Andrew?
Yeah.
My hips feel real loose.
That's good. That's exactly what we're aiming for in this exercise. Loosen up those hips.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright.
Pull the hoops down.
Sorry.
On to our last skipping rotation. This time we're going to do straight jumps and then tuck jumps, but you guys earned a 5-second rest.
Alright.
So we're all going to have a 5-second rest.
Thank you, Andrew.
Alright. 3, Nathan, you ready? 2, 1. Let's go straight jump to tuck jump. Straight tuck. Straight tuck. Straight tuck. Straight tuck. Good work, guys. Keep it up. 5 more seconds. Alright, now we're going right back to those hula hoops. Let's go. Come on, Nathan.
Alright.
Show them your dance moves.
The last one. Really big ones this time.
Yep, that's right. Really big ones.
I think I just changed direction midway.
Look at you.
How did that work? My goodness.
Alright, 3, 2, 1. Good work, Nathan. Alright, great work in the other exercise, guys. I hope you had some fun. Me and Nathan had to stop off, get a drink, and we recommend you do the same as well.
Yeah, boy.
Alright, let's get started with the stretch. So we're gonna start with our shoulders, nice and easy. Okay, then we're gonna go slow, and then we're gonna go fast. And slow, and backwards, slow, and fast. And slow, and fast. Alright, good work. Okay, elbows now. Alright, another way. Great work. Now feet shoulder width apart, arms by your ears, and we're going to do forward, middle, backs. So forward, middle, and then as far as you can. forward, middle, back, forward, middle, back, forward, middle, back. All right, we've got a bit of a stretching challenge for you guys. So to do this challenge, you're gonna start in a squat, put your hands underneath your heels. Nathan, could you please turn that way so they can see? Okay. Thank you. So hands directly beneath your heels. Now, the challenge is to straighten your legs without moving your hands. All right, let's have a go. And back down. Okay, now I know lots of you are very, very flexible. So if you're very flexible, you gotta pull down, bend your arms. All right, let's go again. Straight legs, and back to squat. Okay, now we're gonna do it one more time, and we're gonna hold it for 5 seconds when we are fully stood up. All right, ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And down. Okay, great work. I know my back of the legs were screaming in that exercise.
But they're so
Hopefully it's
stretchy
the same
now.
for you.
Very
All
nice.
right, now we're going to move into a sumo stretch. All right, pushing those knees nice and far back, feeling that stretch close to your hips.
I actually thought you were a Sumo there for a second.
Yeah. So you're right. All right, now facing to the left
Alright, good.
and facing to the right. All right, and facing back to the front. Now we're going to do 2 huge sumo steps. All right, let's go. 1 and 2. All right, good work. Okay, now getting onto our hands and knees, and we're going to do an ankle stretch. So I'll face this way so you guys can see a bit clearer. Okay, starting off with 1 foot down, heel to the ground, and other foot on top. All right, so the aim of this exercise is to push your heel down to the floor.
Are you pushing it, Andrew?
Yep, pushing it nice and hard to the floor.
Very
All right, switching legs and foot on top. Pushing your ankle to the floor. Okay, great work. Now we're going to move on to a bit of a run. Okay, so switching legs again, pushing your heel to the floor each step. Okay, great work. So we're also going to be doing cartwheels, bit of forward rolls today, support hold, so it's very important that we warm up our wrists. Okay, start off just a few side to side steps, getting those wrists moving. Okay, and then you can change up the angles a bit, stretch your wrists from different angles, make sure they're nice and warmed up in all directions. Okay, and palms up, stretch as well. Same thing, step in side to side, nice and gently. All right, great work. Now moving on to a lazy cat. So arms in front and then pushing shoulders down. I'll turn around so you can see it. Okay, bum nice high in the air and pushing your shoulders down. Okay, that's when you'll feel a nice stretch in your shoulders. All right, great work. And before we move on, we're just going to stretch pike and straddle a little bit, and then we'll be able to get started with our lesson today. So arms up, we're going to hold this one for 10 seconds, reaching your hands as far past your feet as possible. All right, let's get started. 1, 2, 3. Remember, always nice pointed toes in these exercises and nice straight legs. 9 and 10. Okay, great work. Moving to a straddle now, and we're just going to reach our hands into the middle and hold it for another 10 seconds. Now remember, in this exercise, point your toes. Okay, and another thing is we don't want any gaps here. Your bottom of the knee should be right down to the floor, and you do that by squeezing your leg nice and tight. All right, pointing our toes, boom, boom, straightening our legs, and reaching forward for 10 seconds. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Now in this exercise, if you can get your chest to the floor or even your stomach to the floor, that's great. All right, 9 and 10. Okay, good work guys, that's it for the stretch. we're going to move on to the rest of the lesson today. Okay guys, now we're up to the strength part of our section. We've got a little fun thing planned for you today. We're going to do a strength routine to the song Thunderstruck. Okay, so Nathan will demonstrate all the activities that we'll be doing during the routine. Okay, our first exercise is the squat jump. So you guys should have seen that before. We've done it in the last few videos. We're going to squat down all the way, place our hands on the floor, and then do a nice big straight jump and landing with soft legs. Okay, great. So after that, we'll be moving on to the mountain climber. We're going to do this one in front support, and we're lifting our knees up to our chest. So one leg at a time, like we're running in the front support. Okay, and while we're doing mountain climbers, we're also going to be doing push-ups occasionally. So as low as you can. If you can't make it all the way, that's fine. If you can only bend your arms a little bit, that's better than nothing. So we're just going to do as much as we can today. Alright, after push-ups, we're moving on to the elbows, step down, and step up. So you're going to stay in front support for this one, and we're going to step up one hand at a time from plank to front support. Alright, great. After that, we're going to finish off with jumping lunges, okay? So, switching legs and squatting down. Now be careful not to hit your knee on the floor. We don't want that. That might hurt, so don't do what Nathan just did. Right, that's a lot to remember, but we're going to have the exercises coming up on the screen while we do it, so you guys shouldn't have any problems remembering the exercises. Alright Nathan, are you ready?
I'm so ready.
That's good, I'm ready. I hope you guys are ready. Let's get started. So now we're on to the main part of our lesson. Today we've got a review lesson plan. So we're going to be going over the things that you've seen in the first 3 videos. We're going to give you some practice, help you improve them, and most importantly, we're going to have some fun while we do that. Okay, so in week 1, you guys might remember we looked at supports. Okay, so let's go through the supports that we saw in week 1. Nathan's going to be our demonstrator today. So our first support that we did was the chicken support. So hands in front and then lifting our knees and trying to get our feet off. Okay, so that's the first support we saw in week 1. Now the other support that we looked at is the cross leg L-sit support. So starting in cross leg as you would sit at school and then lifting your legs off. Okay, another challenging one. And the final one that we looked at, which is the hardest one, is called the L-sit. So Nathan, could you please demonstrate an L-sit? So much like the cross leg sit, but with straight legs, okay? So that's what we saw in week 1. We're gonna give you a bit of practice for those supports, and then we have a nice fun game that you guys will enjoy. All right, let's practice the chicken hold first, and let's see if we can hold it for 5 seconds. I think 5 seconds would be good. All right, so down onto your hands and knees, starting with your legs together, knees together, okay? And we're gonna lift up for 5 seconds. Ready, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great work. Okay, so we want to keep our arms as straight as we can. This is a very challenging exercise. So if you guys had trouble doing it with your feet off the ground, Nathan will show you a bit of a variation that you might find doable. So it's just the chicken hold. Instead of lifting your feet and your knees off the ground, only lift your knees off the ground. So Nathan, demonstrate that. Okay, and now lifting knees up while keeping your toes on the ground. And once you get better at that, you can slowly start to reduce the weight on your feet and lift them off. Okay, all right, I think we should practice the chicken hold one more time. Remember, if you can't do the chicken hold, just do the variation that we show you there. All right, let's do it 5 more seconds. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, great work. Shake your arms out a bit. We've done a lot of arm strength today, especially in that last routine we did, so shake them out whenever you get a chance. All right, now let's practice the straddle sit, cross leg sit, L sit. All right, we're gonna do this one for 5 seconds and we'll get straight into the challenge. Okay, ready, set, go. Lift up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, great work. Now, I did say we're going to get into the game, but before we get into the game, I just want you to have a bit of a play around with the L sit. So Nathan showed them the L sit. You put your legs in front and lift up. Okay, now if you can't do it like Nathan is showing right now, keep your feet on the ground. Okay, so yeah, we'll practice this for 5 seconds and then we'll get straight into the game. All right, ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, great work, guys. I know we've done lots of holding now, so we're going to switch it up a bit with the game. Okay, so parents, you're going to need to get involved in this. Get on your hands and knees, and we'll just demonstrate what we're going to do. So parents, you hold your child's feet off the ground, and then the child, you want to lift your hips off the ground, and try walk in a circle. Okay, so feet up, lifting your hips up, supporting, and trying to walk in a nice big circle. Okay, all right, so that's nice and challenging. Just make sure when you do it that you're keeping straight arms. Okay, you can't step with bent arms, you're going to collapse straight away. You're going to keep nice arms, pushing them down. Okay, nice long neck, and then that's where you want to start your walking. Okay, so we don't want a turtleneck like this, head going into the shell. We want a nice long neck, pushing our hands down. All right, Nathan will show you this. So pick your feet up, nice long neck, good, and start walking. Okay, great, and the challenge is to get a full circle. Yeah, nice work, Nathan. Come on, come on. Almost there. One more quarter. All right, great. So that's nice and hard for Nathan. Nathan's been doing gymnastics for a while, so we don't expect you to get all the way around first go, but if you practice it through the week, it's very likely that you'll be able to do it by the end of the week. So that's a bit of a fun challenge for you guys. Okay, in video 2 we looked at cartwheels, so we're going to look over them again and hopefully get you guys doing better cartwheels. But before we start, I just got a bit of a viewing exercise for you guys. Nathan's going to show you 2 cartwheels, and I want you guys to have a think about what difference there are between the 2 cartwheels and which one is better. All right, Nathan, you ready? So this is cartwheel 1. Okay, still pretty nice, but here's cartwheel 2. Okay, could you guys tell the difference? What I saw is that the second cartwheel was a lot longer, okay? And that's exactly what we want to do. So the first cartwheel, you might have noticed that instead of doing the nice lunge that we taught you guys in video 2, he instead closed his shoulders and closed his hips. Now what that did was make his cartwheel very short. To help you guys understand that a bit more, Nathan's just going to show you those 2 cartwheels one more time. Okay, so here's the short cartwheel where the lunge, bends instead of remains straight. Okay, first cartwheel, nice and short, not exactly what we're looking for. And our second cartwheel, lunge, nice and tall, reaching nice and long. Okay, that's the cartwheel that we're going to try to get you guys doing today. Now, to do that, we're going to work on the first part of the cartwheel, which is the lunge. We've all seen the lunge in video 2, we went through it, but let's go through it again today. So we're starting arms up, okay, by our ears. Now, notice Nathan's shoulders are a bit closed here. Remember, that's what we're trying to avoid. So we're going to open our shoulders nice and tall, nice and open, reach up, lunge, okay, lunge, nice straight body, okay, and then from there we're going to push off and do our cartwheel, okay. Now, how do we put our hands on the floor? Do we do this or do we do this? Reach them forward. We reach them forward.
Definitely going to reach forward.
Okay. And good. Okay, so to test your cartwheels and to see how long they are, we've got a bit of a fun game for you. So Nathan, go ahead and lie down. I'm just going to grab the markers. Okay. So you're going to put one marker at your feet and you're going to put the other marker at your hands. Now, if you can do a cartwheel from the first marker to the second marker, I think you've got a pretty good length cartwheel. So start. Okay, and finishing on the other side of the marker. Now Nathan can do even longer than that, but we want you to first get very good at doing it in this length before you start to go much further, okay? Because we want to remain in control and safe at all times. Alright, one more time for the viewers. Nathan, so arms up, shoulders open, good, nice, forward lunge, reaching forward, okay, pushing off your leg, and then you'll go much further than your body. Alright, great work guys. Okay, now up to the forward roll. Again, Nathan's going to demonstrate one good one and one bad one. I want you guys to try and see what the difference is and pick which one you think is better. Right, so here's the first one. Okay, and here's the second one. Okay, it's a bit harder to pick the difference in this one compared to the cartwheel, but you might have noticed that the first forward roll was a lot slower than the second one. And why is that? Well, that's because in the first forward roll, Nathan wasn't using his legs. All he was doing was putting his head down and letting gravity do the rest. Now, as gymnasts, when we do forward rolls, we want to push off our legs nice and strong to do a nice, smooth, long forward roll, okay? So Nathan, just show them a good one this time. So starting in the position and really using your legs. Okay, so similar to the cartwheel, the longer the forward roll, the better. Up to a point, we don't want to be diving forward, being crazy. We want to be doing it comfortably, sensibly, but as long as we can. Okay, one more time. Okay guys, if you haven't been practicing your forward rolls last week, we recommend you to stop here, practice what we've done last week, and then we've got a drill for you guys to follow along with. Okay, so now that you've warmed up your forward roll, we're going to try and get you doing even better forward rolls than you're doing now. So we're going to be using a marker. There you go, Nathan. And a rope, extension cord, towel, anything that can be used as a line. Okay, so you put the line down. And first, we're going to put the marker 1 foot length. Okay, so child's foot length, not your parents' foot length, child's foot length. Okay, and right, so once it's a foot length behind, okay, Nathan will just demonstrate the drill. We're going to go down to a squat position, put our hands in front of the line, and then do a nice big push from our legs. One more time, Nathan. Now, I forgot to mention the most important thing. Go back down into your position, please, Nathan. What's the most important thing in a forward roll? That's right, chin on your chest. So before you do anything in your forward roll, your chin must be on your chest, okay? It's a safety precaution. All right, so once we're in the correct, safe position, nice big push off our legs. All right. Okay, I know you guys are finding that too easy, so what we're gonna do is move it back 1 more foot length. So now we're 2 foot lengths behind the line. Okay, we're gonna get into the same position. This time you're gonna have to be reaching a bit more forward. So that means you're gonna have to be pushing from your legs much stronger. Okay, so chin on your chest before we start, great. And then nice big push, forward roll over the line. Great, so when you're doing this, guys, you always gotta be at a comfortable distance, okay? If moving it from 1 foot to 2 feet is too much of a jump for you, move from 1 foot to 1.5 feet, okay? You wanna be safe when you're doing this. All right, so practice it again, or as much as you need. Hand down, chin on your chest, nice big push, get you over the line. Great, okay? All right, so now Nathan's ready to move it back to 3 feet. We're not gonna go much further than this. Anything further than this would be ridiculous and not helpful for us. Okay, so starting the position. This time we're gonna be reaching, just fix that up for you. Reaching quite far forward, get your chin on your chest, and nice big push. Great. Now, you might notice something when Nathan does forward rolls, he has nice straight legs. Okay, and why is that? Well, he's pushing off his legs, and if you push to your maximum, well, you're gonna have straight legs, aren't you? Okay, it's like a jump. You're gonna jump from bent legs to straight legs to get the most power, okay? So Nathan's gonna demonstrate it 1 more time, then you guys will pause the video, practice the drill, and improve your forward rolls. All right, so chin on your chest, and big push. Okay, great work. Now remember, only go as far as you can. If you feel like it's too far when you're starting, move it a bit closer and get comfortable with that first, okay? All right, great work, guys. All right, guys, so we've got a challenge for you this week. It's a bit of a balance challenge, okay? We're gonna be using a beanbag for this. Now, you want something flat. It's gonna make it a bit easier and you'll see why. If you don't have a beanbag, well, something like a wallet would be a good size. But if you use a parent's wallet, make sure all the money stays in the wallet, okay? We don't want to be stealing any coins. That's not good, okay? All right, so our challenge is simple. Well, not quite simple, actually. Standing with our beanbag or the wallet on our head, and we're gonna move slowly to candle position and try stand up, okay? I reckon this is gonna be pretty hard. All right, Nathan, let's go. So slowly down, keeping your head nice and still. Okay. Whoops. Hope you guys do better than me. Okay. Sitting down. Whoops. No. Okay, nice candle. Okay, obviously guys, that was a big fail. We just learned that you can't do it with it on the top of your head. So we're gonna try it with it on our forehead, okay? So let's give it another go. Hopefully this time it's a bit better.
We can do it.
Let's go, Nathan. Nice and flat.
Slowly, brother. Slowly. Huh? Oh my. Oh. Okay, alright.
Hey! Nice big candle. Did you make it?
Oh, made it to candle.
Yeah.
On my way up.
Are we going back down?
Oh, yes. Alright, great work, guys. Have fun with that challenge. And if you get it, well, good on you. It's a hard challenge.
Indeed.
Alright, guys, thanks for tuning in again. I hope you guys had lots of fun. Now remember, don't just practice these things today. You gotta practice them throughout the week when you have a spare hour.
That's right.
Or a few minutes. Get practicing on those skills. Get good. Alright, thank you guys. See you next week.
See you later.